said you served 7 years in prison. Um, can you tell us why? Like, what did you do to get to serve 7 years in prison?
I got caught up in a string of aggravated robberies in my
Mm,
hometown of Pasadena, Texas.
okay.
Got caught up a string of robberies.
String of
You know
robberies.
what I mean? And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, so I ended up signing for 13 years. Um, I ended up signing for two of them. We didn't get caught for a lot more than two, but after just being in the county for so long, and the DA just getting tired of trying to get me to sign and offer me time, they were
Mm,
like, "Look, if you don't take this 13, we're gonna hang you." You know what I mean?
mm,
So my mom and my lawyer begged me to sign for the 13. I signed for the 13, and you know, um, in Texas, you gotta. And I mean, in a lot of places, but I know in Texas, I can only speak for Texas. When you got an aggravated charge, state, you got to do 50% of your time before you see parole. So
mm.
that automatically meant I had to do 6.5 to see parole before I could even see parole, and then even consider for me to make parole and get out, right? And there's not a lot of times that you're gonna make your first parole. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you
Yeah,
had a high profile case. You make the news. You know what I mean? You make the newspaper, which happened with the case that I was on and my co-defendants. And and I know you already know this, but for anybody who's gonna watch in or tune in on this, this is not to glorify. This is just to show you, like, like blessings and miracles are real. And
yeah,
whenever you receive those blessings and those miracles, you better take advantage of them and not shit. And don't shit your stick. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Don't mess those miracles and those blessings over. So yeah, I did my 6.5, and I came up for parole. And about, I want to say, maybe like a month later, maybe even 2 months later, I found out I made my first parole, and I had to go do a drug program. So I went to go do the drug program for 6 months, and then I had to go to a halfway house for 2 months. So that was like 7 years and like 2 months. But nonetheless, I made my first parole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm just one of the, I'm one of the few that got to make their first parole on an aggravated charge, and I'm one of the few who came out and made something of it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
so yeah, so 7 years for some aggravated robberies.
Dang. I mean, we